back to my channel. Different guest, different setting. We are the Spa Slags. This is my friend Rosie Green. Rosie and I have known each other about 20 years, and a lot of you might know her because she used to write Life's Rosie, which was basically the most popular page in the magazine, and everybody loved it. Anyway, tell me about your latest job.
So, I think I have the luckiest job in the world. I am a spa columnist for The Telegraph, and I basically get to go around any spas that sort of appeal to me, writing about how great they are, or not.
And taking cameras on.
Yeah.
Now this is very interesting because when I put a picture of us up on Instagram, everybody wrote, my careers advisor never told me there was such a job as a spa consultant, spa journalist, spa editor.
I mean, it is the best job ever, ever, ever. I'm just living in fear that it's going to get taken away from me. I think, what did your careers advisor tell you needed to be?
I'm not smart enough to be a nurse. What did yours say?
Prison officer.
And we ended up here.
Exactly.
Anyway, here is the Viva Mayr.
Yes.
And we thought we'd shoot it this way because behind me, and I'll drop in some pictures, is the beautiful Maria Worth. And it's a gorgeous lake. We're in Austria, on the borders with Ljubljana. And it's just gorgeous, the most beautiful setting. And the Viva Mayr is famous for being, well, one of the toughest detox spas, and I use that word lightly, in the world, and the place where Kate Moss, Naomi Campbell,
Liz Hurley.
Yeah. There's a Bollywood star here at the moment. He landed the same day as me, but I don't recognise him. Who else?
You might be deeply disappointed about
Misha
that.
Barton came here and did a massive detox before she started.
All the fashionistas come.
Yeah, Pat McGrath,
Edward
Enninful, Lisa Eldridge.
Yeah.
It's basically the in place to go. So we thought we'd come and check it out.
Yes.
But we thought we'd give you our version of it because I put a question out on Instagram. Do you want an honest, balanced, typical Nadine Baggott opinion of spas? Because I think most spa reviews it's all fluff. They don't really tell you the truth.
Yeah, I think there is something to be said about that. I mean, obviously in the newspapers they want it to be more...
Yours is much more gutsy.
But still, you know, I think there is definitely a place for telling it like it is. And we're not saying don't come.
This is the place we're going to tell it like it is.
Yeah.
So I arrived a couple of days before Rosie, which I was very sad about. Rosie has children, so she couldn't get away. I came away a couple of days before Rosie, and what was interesting was it actually worked to my advantage because I came here to detox sugar and caffeine, which I'll admit I thrive on, and it was hard. Never let anybody tell you that it is not hard. I was not well. I had banging headache. I've got very low blood pressure. My blood pressure plummeted, and to be honest, most of Sunday and most of Monday before Rosie arrived, I was in bed not feeling well. Now you've come here for a different reason. What did you come for?
Yeah, I came here to sort of to kind of recharge, reset. I love the idea of kind of not having to think about what I was going to eat. You know, someone was just going to tell me what I was going to eat. I love that idea of handing over to control. I mean, all that food.
More of that later.
I think you need to talk about the extent of your caffeine addiction because I think it's quite shocking that Nadine has Pro Plus before she even gets out of bed.
And more of that later because when I checked in, I have a blood pressure of 90/60. And twice it has plummeted so badly that I've nearly fainted. So I do have clinically low blood pressure. So there is an excuse for my sugar caffeine addiction. Somebody in an Israeli spa once told me caffeine was the way to boost my blood pressure. Anyway, enough of that. So what happened was I was here for 3 days and then Rosie turned up and then I was feeling better and then we started doing little bits of filming together and we're going to drop little bits of filming in as we're talking. I have mixed feelings about the Mayr. One, I think you either love it or you don't necessarily gel with it, but I know that most people are obsessed. We have met people here who have saved up all year and it's their one holiday a year and they come here for 3 weeks. Now to do the cure properly, I've been here a week, you'll have been here 5 days, which was... To do the cure properly, you have to come for a minimum of a week, preferably 2 weeks up to 3 weeks. And the idea is you rest your gut. So it is easy to digest, no dairy, no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol, obviously, minimal meat, food. So for me,
minimal food. I like that.
It's minimal food, full stop. That is dinner.
And yours, obviously, that I will be eating.
The thing is, the food, it says it's hummus. It's not hummus.
No, it's ersatz hummus. Ersatz hummus. Healthy hummus.
Green has basically been living off this. This is the spilt bread. You have to, every mouthful 30 times. A lot of people come here to lose weight. They don't like talking about they're coming here to lose weight. As the general manager said to us when we met him, it's not the losing weight, the goal, it's a pleasant side effect, he said. Now, I chose to try and lose some weight. Rosie did not need to lose any weight at all. Anyway, so what we thought we'd do is we would talk through some of the treatments we had, and we'd talk through what we think are the pros and cons of the Mayr, keeping it real, right? So I'm going to start, right?
Okay, don't steal all my good ones.
Okay. Pros. At this point I'm going to drop in a video. The most beautiful setting ever. Con, people around here are eating pizza, drinking beer, and are being on holiday. They're jet skiing, meanwhile you're here going.
And it feels so healthy, doesn't it? Like the air's so fresh, it feels so unpolluted.
I have terrible hay fever in the UK.
Yeah.
Have not had a touch of hay fever since I landed in Vienna.
So you just sort of feel in this really healthy bubble, don't you? And you can swim in the lake, and the lake's
Which we have.
Yeah, the lake's just beautiful, you know. Swim amongst the ducklings, you feel like you've really connected. Right. My careers opportunity advisor didn't tell me about this job.
Right, so I want to ask you, everybody on Instagram said, why did no career advisor tell us there was the dream job, spa editor?
Well, I was advised to be a prison officer, so I'm quite pleased it turned out this way.
Right, do I do a pro?
Do a pro and a con.
I say, okay, so for me a massive pro is like, I just love that you sort of check in, you don't have to make any decisions. They tell you exactly what treatments you're going to have, they tell you what food to eat, they tell you more about yourself than you already know. I kind of like that. I'm having to make so many decisions all day, every day, and I just really like the fact that I don't have to make any decisions.
Con?
I guess the con for me is some of the treatments, some of the stuff that they're doing. I'm not necessarily 100% convinced about some of the more new agey, more alternative stuff. So I guess,
as I described it here, it's a little bit too goopy.
Yeah.
So here I am having a body detox electrolysis football. And this is based on the electrophysical transfer of charges during the treatment, and this is felt as a pleasant tickling of the feet. But my feet are now emitting some kind of hideous brown gunk. I'm detoxing.
So over the noise of probably Rosie rummaging in her bag for any spilt roll, she's stolen, and the ladies outside. Now I'm sorry, I don't believe in this therapy. I was one of the first journalists to report on this when it came to the UK on This Morning, when I was doing This Morning, and I had a doctor on saying that is purely the release of the metals and the salts in whatever salt they add to the water, and that if you see, it's actually coming from, not my feet, because there's a gap around my feet, but the electromagnetic coil. That's one of those ones I don't get this. I'm too sciencey for this. Now, the difference is, in Europe, things like homeopathy, kinesiology, stuff like that, are part of their medical training. In the UK, they're not. So what happens is you're diagnosed, all of your diagnosis is done via kinesiology.
Yeah.
Leg. Leg. Oh, sorry, nobody needs to see that leg, do they? Yeah, arm.
Yeah, so they take, don't they? They take something like a bit of fructose and they put it in your mouth, like a small bit. I mean, God, that was really nice, wasn't it? Bit of sugar.
Quite frankly, that drop of fructose on my tongue was the highlight of the whole week. It's the only time my blood pressure fell all right.
And then they see your reaction to it, like how much you can push back your knee, and you know, who knows? I don't know. I don't want to make a judgment.
I know. Kourtney Kardashian believes in kinesiology. She should come here. Yeah. So my pro is fab staff, the nicest staff. They're so friendly, they're so helpful, they genuinely believe in what they're doing, and they've all got the Mayr glow. They hopefully by the end of it, honestly, skin to die for.
I mean, the
They've all got
doctor
them
that did
either.
my kinesiology, I was like, I don't care whether this works or not, if I can just look like you at the end of it, quite frankly.
It's
That's
true.
good enough for me.
So I think the staff are absolutely amazing. Now we need to talk about the cons for me, which is I didn't like the food. Now I have very particular habits of eating.
She's fussy.
Okay, so I like spicy food, I don't like herb food. I don't particularly like what I would describe as, and actually General Manager described this as well, he said we like to do Michelin starred food that's healthy. I would never eat in a Michelin starred food restaurant. I don't like fussy food,
never.
I like peasant food. I like burrata and fresh strawberries and pasta and pizza, and I'm an Italian peasant basically. I'm an Italian sort of mama.
And a ready
waiting to be-
salted crisp if I...
And a ready salted crisp.
And a margarita.
If she brings it in on the plane with me, and we love a margarita. So for me, the food didn't agree with me. You were hit and miss with the food. I still didn't stop her eating all of my food.
Oh my god, I'd take your bread roll every morning, every
Spelt?
lunch. Yeah. I mean, I quite like that, like, you know, that sort of...
Say it.
Well, I quite like the sort of... I thought it was
Bland.
quite bland, and I
Yeah.
quite like that. And you know, there was some
I
cooked
think it's
vegetables.
I think
Yeah.
it's deliberately designed to be bland.
Yeah.
To curb your desire for it.
It
I
didn't
think
work
it's-
for me.
It's deliberately created and
Yeah.
made to kill your appetite.
Yeah, I agree, and I think, but for me it sort of felt like solid fuel. Like I kind of see food as fuel anyway. So, and you know, I felt the fish was really nicely cooked.
The fish was lovely. The
we had
turkey we had
turkey
today was
that
nice.
was nice, and I like the sort of.
And I love a boiled egg in the morning.
I mean, it looked like a sort of Chinese spring roll, didn't it? Today, you didn't like that.
I don't know, you ate mine.
But you, yeah, I ate yours.
But then she doesn't need to lose weight. I can do with losing a couple of lbs.
She can.
So I didn't like the food. I've mentioned the fact that the other patients here are obsessed. I've mentioned the celebrities. Right, pros. I had 4 treatments which were amazing. Now, there are some things we couldn't film here, and one of the reasons we're doing it like this, rather than taking you around, is you've got to respect people's privacy. This is a sort of medical facility here.
Yeah, it's not
People
a
are being-
spa that's added on to a hotel, is it? It's
No.
a proper all-purpose
Dedicated
spa.
medical
Yeah.
spa, and as a result you've got to respect you've got to respect their privacy. I couldn't just rock up with the camera, so a lot of the stuff I've done has been on my iPhone to try and be surreptitious and to be respectful. So I had osteopathy. I've got, you know, everybody knows I've got dodgy shoulder. Joe Jones, my dodgy shoulder. Anyway, so I went to an osteopath here. She was lovely. She didn't do any harsh manipulation. She did gentle stretching, and then I had cranial sacral therapy. Never had it before, apart from the fact that the cranial sacral therapist was hot. Really, really, really lovely treatment. Again, he gently manipulated my shoulder to take it as far as it could and then back and as far as, and that's what it needs.
And they're
You have a
respectful of your
massage.
personal niggles, aren't they? Like, they don't like belittle your personal niggles, so you kind
No,
of...
everybody here
Yeah.
has got masses of personal niggles. That's why
Yeah.
they're here.
Yeah.
I had a massage every day. Every massage I had every day was fabulous. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different technique. People come here year after year. They know exactly who they want and they book them in. They're really, really good. What things did you have that you liked?
Well, so I mean, some of the quite basic stuff. So I had a really nice salt scrub today, and then
Oh.
sat in a kind of lovely floaty bath, and my skin feels really soft. I also had osteopathy. And again, she just really adapted it to what I needed, which I think is a sign of a really good therapist, because, you know, there's the kind of people who do...
They
kind of-
listen.
Yeah, they listen, and they don't just do a kind of cookie cutter service. She really listened. I had lymph drainage, which is that kind of really
Super
light, that helps you kind of drain, you know, it sort of drains the puffiness. So, you know, that's what the kind of...
Hasn't got an ounce of puffiness on her.
That's what the Victoria's Secrets models will do before their shows, to just sort of really make them kind of super
So,
lean.
you do it.
Yeah, love it.
That's your theory.
And then what else did I have? I had the funny foot bath with you.
Okay, so cons.
Yeah.
There are certain treatments that we think are too left field. We had the electromagnetic detox foot bath.
And then I had the up your nose.
Stick them up, let me have a look.
I mean, I'm not going as far as the lady went, but I mean...
Put the other one up as well.
Okay, you didn't. I
you
didn't
get
have both up at
You
the
get
same
offered
time.
this every single day.
Ooh.
And I obviously didn't do it because I previously used steroid nose sprays for a hay fever. Oh, no, leave them up there.
No, I can't. They're too painful.
How far did she jab it up? And what did she
it
stick
went
on them
quite-
first?
She put some essential oils on, I think, and so it did like give you a nice sort
I
of...
feel that this, at this moment, hold still, is our holding shot. is our thumbnail.
But they went further than that, so it was quite painful.
Did they go?
Not really
And
far.
what sort of essential oils did they put on them?
Well, I don't know. I didn't ask that, but they
Did you not
smelled
smell
nice.
them? Could you not smell what they were?
Well, yeah, but I can't remember them now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, but they were nice.
Funnily enough, she only had it once. Did you go back for
I
another
did
one?
go back for another one. I was like,
So that's what we mean by slightly left field. Their idea is that you can detox in different ways. So you can detox with essential oils, you can detox with electromagnetic baths. The whole concept of detox, a lot of the medical establishment in the UK do not agree that you ever need to detox. All you need to breathe and wee and poo and you'll be fine. So yes, it's very different, the UK versus the European ideas of what is clinical and medical.
but it's so good. Don't you think it is so good to, because you can get to the stage where you form all these habits, don't you? You know, like you have chocolate after every meal, you think I need a cup of coffee in the morning, you think you know, actually I always have bread at lunchtime, and actually you realise you don't need those things necessarily.
What foods did you crave while you were here? Because I think that's really interesting.
I mean, I always love bread. I've just really craved alcohol.
This one is so weird, right? This one has been craving margaritas.
Yeah.
All I've been craving is punnets of fresh berries, because there is no raw food here. So the Mayr diet concept is you have a huge breakfast, a medium-sized lunch.
Let's just wheel back from that.
Okay.
Okay, moderate breakfast.
Now, in the real world, though, you can have a moderate breakfast, a mid-sized lunch, and then hardly anything for supper, because basically your digestive system needs to rest at night. She is a front loader, so she does that in real life. I'm a back loader. I don't eat till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, a little bit something at 3, and then a massive, and then I sit down at night, just graze all night. So I'm the anti-Mayr, which might have been why. Firstly, I gave up caffeine and sugar. She doesn't eat a lot of caffeine and sugar. She's generally healthier than I do. Oh, listen to that thunder.
Yeah.
We had a massive storm last night. Which might be why. Tell them what happened today, Green.
Well, so there we are at breakfast. I'm eating Baggott's breakfast, obviously, which is the story of this holiday. No, sorry, work trip. Whoops. And you go to the loo. You said you're feeling a bit rubbish. You go to the loo. Anyway, she's been a while, and so then I go out into the hall to look for her, because I get one of those inklings then, and there she's doubled up, lying on the floor in the hall, in the sort of lobby.
I had an attack of diarrhea, and then Rosie took me upstairs to the bed, and then the doctor got called, because obviously I was having what they call a crisis. Which is like a detox
and you
crisis.
felt absolutely terrible.
I was
didn't
going to
you?
faint.
Felt nauseous.
I've got really low blood pressure. I'm used to feeling a bit like that.
Yeah,
and
but
I've had
I mean,
IBS in the time, so I was fine. But I knew it was quite bad to have the combination of the two. Bearing in mind I'd hardly eaten. The doctor was called, and the doctor said, right, what we need to do is we need to get some gold liquid into you, which is a low blood pressure homeopathy. And I said, if you give that to me, I'm feeling really nauseous, I'm going to be sick, I don't like the taste of it. She said, okay, so what we'll give you is the homeopathy equivalent of Buscopan. She put them in my mouth, and guess what I did?
She was violently sick.
All over the doctor. All over the bed.
And all over me.
And a little bit of splashback on Rosie Green.
It's nothing between friends. Quite frankly, I feel like it's bonded us further.
She was so sweet. She was rubbing my forehead going, it'll be alright.
It was awful though. Poor you. And I mean, it is.
At this point I feel like, shall I drop in a picture of what it looked like?
Yes,
okay.
I think you need to.
And here's the picture of what it looks like. Listeners, viewers, it was not big, it was not clever, and it certainly wasn't pretty. She then had to
wheel her in a wheelchair to get an infusion, which made me feel like Adina from AbFab.
It was a cross between Nadine from AbFab and those characters from Little Britain. It was not good. Anyway, again, I'm going to drop in a little video of us being idiots. I turned the camera the wrong way, but I'll drop it in now and show you exactly what it's like. Okay, I'm in a wheelchair. I've had a bit of a crisis. Got a bit of sunburn. Green's wheeling me down for an infusion. I've got sick in my hair. Don't touch that, Green.
Oh, my poor lovely friend.
It's not big and it was not clever. No. I want to go to a sweetie store and go, I want that one. So I then had an infusion, which obviously brings your blood pressure back up, and I did feel better, but even now I'm still not feeling great. I'll be honest, I'm still not feeling great. I just really, I've only been here a week.
Just really want to go home.
Really want to go home. But I haven't had my final check-in, and what I will do now, because obviously this is the night before I leave, what I will do is I will drop in how much weight I've lost.
Yeah.
Not that you're here to lose weight. And then what I'll do is I'll put green stats in as well.
Yeah.
Will you keep anything up at home? Will you keep up so you do daily magnesium citrate and daily alkalizing powders? Again, alkalizing powders.
Who knows?
Every dietitian and nutritionist I know in the UK says you do not need to alkalize your body.
Okay, so I think,
however, Elle McPherson, my body girl, believes in it. So I'm a bit like you. I'm like, if it's good enough for Elle,
I know, exactly. And if it doesn't take, so I'll try that. I think I'm going to take the bitters. Everyone seems so bitters are good.
Oh, bitters.
Like the little tinctures of bitters. So they've given me.
Well,
some
they
bitters.
think I vomited back up again.
Yeah, probably. No, they're not.
Okay.
So I think I'll do that. I think I will just try and be a bit more mindful. Like eat a bit more slowly.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Because you have to chew every mouthful really slowly here. You're supposed to eat in silence. You're supposed to not look at your phone, not read books, not really talk to other people. Nobody really sticks to those rules here. They're actually all very friendly. Everybody knows each other. A lot of people are here on their own.
Yeah.
But I think what I will take away from it is, one, I needed to give up caffeine, and I'm going to try.
So you're not going to have the Pro Plus?
I'm going to try my damnedest not to have any caffeine at all. Obviously, next time we do a video together, let's see if I stick to it. I don't think I'll ever give up sugar, but I'm going to try and give up processed sugar, or a lot of processed sugar. My sweetie habit, my Haribo habit.
How many Haribos do you have?
Oh, not very often. Do you like a Haribo Tangtastic?
I do. What, those the sour ones? Yeah, I like those too, but obviously not as much as you. I'm also going to try and have a lighter dinner.
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
No. So there you go. That's our review of the Mayr. The good bits, the bad bits, the naughty
sicky bits.
The sicky bits. But you know what? There is nowhere else in the world you are going to get this much of an honest, balanced, pros and cons review of any spa. And if you like it, and if you want us to do more, we will do more. We'll do traditional fancy spas. We'll do more medical spas if you want.
We'll do English spas.
Do you ever be invited back to the Mayr? I probably won't now. I vomited over everybody.
No, I don't think you will.
No.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah. Anyway, we are the Spa Slags. We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to drop in little videos all along the way, and tell us where you want us to go next.
Yes,
and Rosie will try and get us one.
I will.
By the way, this was completely gifted. We did not pay for anything.
No.
I'm also going to put in the description.
You bought some supplements.
I bought a lot of supplements and a lot of infusions.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I am going to put below in all the details, all the booking details, prices, everything, the details of everything that we had, just to fact check everything. It's all below in the box there. And follow at Life's Rosie on Instagram, because she's amazing. She's just lovely, and she's my friend. I only pick the best friends. Follow me on Instagram, obviously. Comment, like, tell us what you want us to do next. We are
the Spa Slags.
Bye. Have you ordered the daiquiris or the margaritas?
No, I'm going to have